Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Vlad here. So today we're going to be talking about the business major and college in general in order to answer some of the most asked questions in the internet entrepreneurship community, which is, should you actually go to college to be an entrepreneur, or should you major in business to be an actual businessman? And the answer to that question is actually not as straightforward as it seems. So make sure you guys stick until the very end in order to uncover the truth. Nah, just kidding. I don't even know the truth. I'm just going to give you my opinion and my experience from the years spent in a business school. So if you're thinking of applying to like a business school or majoring in business or something similar to business, I hope you find this video helpful. And if you did, make sure you drop a like to this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell, and let's just jump straight into the video. So guys, let me start with a little bit of a background about myself and how I actually came to choose a business major. So ever since I was 13, I was really fascinated with coding and computer programming and software development. And in fact, I was already making money before high school by making custom built websites for my clients. Now, I learned that skill through different video courses, and I always knew I wanted to be a programmer. But then as my programming business grew a little bit, and I was really hooked with making money and blowing them on a ton of different things that nobody even needs, and through talking to a lot of different entrepreneurs, I realized that programming isn't as fascinating, right? And programmers don't really make that much money. It's the product creators who actually change the world. So I switched my attention to building products and businesses, right? So I started my coding blog, I started my e-com agency, etc., and I was learning a lot about business. And so because whenever you're trying to create something, you actually need to sell it, you need to market it, you need to strategize it, and this is where I had a gap in knowledge. So I decided to go out there and major in business. And so by some random circumstances, I actually ended up going to a business school. And so here's what I learned. And if any of you watching out there are thinking of majoring in business or something similar, going to a business school, I hope you find this video helpful. And if you did, just drop me one of these and yeah, let's just go. So thing number one is that the business major, and I guess it's kind of true for all the bachelor degrees out there, it doesn't really go in depth into any particular subject. So throughout my time in college, we studied everything from finance and accounting to marketing and data analytics to business strategy. And on top of that, throughout the entire thing, we had a lot of different ethics courses that really tried to drill how it's important to be business ethical in today's world, but which is something that's very questionable, but we're not going to talk about this in today's video. And so unlike a lot of different business books and business courses that the internet is full of, business major didn't really teach me a particular strategy, but rather it was just a whole bunch of different concepts such as consumer psychology or behavioral marketing that really can be applied anywhere. And by the way, if you're looking for a great book recommendation that actually teaches a business strategy, I would really recommend looking into the .com Secrets. Probably one of the best books out there, how to make money on the internet. And so the second thing is that only 4 to 5 of my professors, which is like 10 to 15% of the entire faculty, were actually businessmen. But the majority, however, didn't really own a business and were not practitioners, right? Which is, I guess, where a business degree differs from things such as medicine, engineering, or aviation, where your teachers are actually practitioners. Because you can't really learn how to fly a plane if your teacher was not a pilot, right? It's just not gonna work. And if you're thinking of starting a business practice, is where you actually need to focus on, right? You need to go out there, you need to fail a few times and learn those valuable lessons and then start over and over and over again to learn how to launch your own business. But here's where college was really helpful though, right? Even though you don't really practice too much, you get the opportunity to network. Network with a lot of different entrepreneurs at guest lectures or different events. Network with your classmates or your professors or company representatives that are looking to hire someone. And even I myself met a few billionaires throughout my years in college at different guest lectures, and I actually learned a lot from them. I wouldn't say that I would actually have had the opportunity to meet them if I didn't go to college. Fact number 3, yes, the business degree does actually teach you a broad understanding of how businesses are structured and how financial markets work, and lays a pretty solid foundation for going out there and building something and starting your own business. Can you actually learn that at home and not spend thousands of dollars getting a business degree? The answer is yes, but the real question is, will you actually go ahead and learn that? Or will you just procrastinate and not do anything? So I would probably end up procrastinating and not doing anything if I didn't go to college. However, as I mentioned before, business schools don't really give you a certain skill that you can be so good that they can't ignore you, quote unquote, which is actually something you need in order to be able to make money as an entrepreneur, right? You need to know a skill and then go ahead and sell it. This is why a lot of people, after getting out of a business school, go out there and pursue their master's degree and spend another thousands of dollars, or go into the 9 to 5 for a few years to actually learn learn that certain skill. But in my opinion, if you're undecided what you want to major in, business school might actually be a good fit for you. Because particularly in my school, there was a great bunch of people that didn't really know what they wanted to do in their life, and business degree was really great for them because it actually lays a pretty solid foundation so that whenever you go out there and actually figure out what you want to do in life, you can learn a skill and you can monetize it. And I also want to mention here that skills such as sales or personal finance is actually a must for everyone, whether you like it or not, right? So not everybody likes going to the gym, but in order to live a long and healthy life, you actually need to be going to the gym, right? And same with finance. If you actually want to succeed in life financially, you actually need to learn sales and you need to learn personal finance. So where do most of people find themselves working after getting a business degree? So in my case, popular industries were finance, consulting, and analytics. However, if you decide to pursue one of those careers, it's not going to be a 9 to 5, but it's going to be a 9 to 9. And for the first few years, it's going to be pretty miserable. I had internships in investment banking and consulting, and I had to work really long hours and wasn't really getting paid that much. And I felt pretty miserable. But if you're smart enough, you'll actually learn a lot from there and while making some decent cash on the side. So how do you actually become rich or wealthy after getting a business degree, right? So on this channel, we're not even going to consider the 9 to 5 because this channel is all about financial independence. And when you're working a 9 to 5 that you can't quit, you're just not financially independent. You have to go and work for money. That doesn't mean, however, that you can't work the 9 to 5. You absolutely can. And with your mindset to be a learning machine, if you go out there and work at a 9 to 5 after a business degree, it's actually going to be great because a lot of companies that utilize the top-notch, cutting-edge technologies, and you'll learn a lot about different industries. And after like 7 to 10 years, you'll know the industry so well that you'll be able to recognize different gaps in the market. And if you're smart enough to know how to exploit those gaps and recognize opportunities, you'll be able to make a lot of money and become a great entrepreneur. Another way is to just go get a master's degree or learn a certain skill on the side, package it, build it, and then sell it by financing it through your 9 to 5 job. And this last part of selling, building, and packaging is actually where the business degree comes really handy. Plus, if you actually build a great network while in college, you're actually going to have a lot of friends that are going to help you with your ideas. So the bottom line is, in order to be rich, you need to learn a skill, right? And business degree doesn't really teach you a particular skill that you can monetize like crazy, but it teaches you a great foundation for what you can do when you actually have that skill, right? How you can package that skill, how you can sell it and market it. So make sure you actually learn that skill on the side while in business school so that later on when you get out, you can monetize it or just sell yourself to a better 9 to 5 that is going to pay a lot of money. So don't be scared to actually go out there and discover what is it that you like doing, and don't rush because, you know, if you're considering going for a business degree, you're probably as young as me and you have a lot of time to figure out what you want to do, and there are no risks involved because you don't really have a family, you don't really have a mortgage, you don't really have a house or anything. So there are no risks involved in figuring out what you want to do in your life. And the business degree will actually help you a lot. It'll expand your horizons and you will have a mindset of an entrepreneur or a businessman. You'll also learn how not to fall for those marketing traps that all those big companies with their new products trying to sell to you and get your money. So this is another great thing to just, you know, learn in life, and it's just going to be great. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.